Okay, so you probably haven't seen me for over a month now. The reason being my father passed away last month, and it was pretty hard. So I sort of took some time off. But I thought I was looking at the funeral service, and I thought I'd share the eulogy from my sister because it pretty much summed up my dad, and it was quite funny. So, and that's the way he likes it. He was always a guy to have a bit of fun. So I think he'll enjoy this and me sharing it with you guys. So let's have a look. Let's have a listen. Here we go. All right. It's my eldest sister.
Yeah, when Dad was a little boy in Bulgaria, a bear come in their house and slept on his bed. And it's very good luck if a bear comes and sleeps on your bed in Bulgaria. And Dad had very good luck all his life. He can't read my writing. Yeah. Because when he was 16 years old, he moved to Australia. On the way here, they stopped in Italy, and they stayed at a place, and there was a well with coins in it. And Bubba told me this. Dad didn't. Bubba said they went and they took all the money. They filled their pockets up. And then they come back the next day, and they took more. And Bubba reckoned the third day there was the cops looking for him. So my dad was very lucky. He could have been in an Italian jail instead of on the boat to Australia. He's very lucky. All right, very, very lucky. My dad quickly adapted to his new life in Australia. He bought a car, he went to dances, he had pink socks on like these, and a little tie like a rocker, and I can remember he always used to wear Brill cream. All the time, Brill cream, you know? And he had this shaving stick, this funny thing, and have Norman Gunston things on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, and Dad used to go dancing. He couldn't speak English properly, and so he asked one of his friends, how do you ask a girl for a dance? So they told him, and he went up and said, could you please come jump in the lake with me? And he said it to a girl, and she got up and had a dance, and that girl was my mother, Marilyn. That's what happened, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can't read this, it's on the back of it, I think. Okay, we'll say some bit more funny ones. Dad used to go to the races. He loved the dogs, the greyhounds, the trots, you name it, roulette wheels, gambling rooms in High Street with the Greeks with their two-way mirrors and their cards, and he lost 10 lifetimes worth of money, but hey, I don't care, doesn't matter, all right? He didn't care, he didn't give a shit, all right? He didn't, all right? He lost all his money, Bubba's, everyone's, but it doesn't matter. He did what he wanted to do, and he was happy, all right? That's what Dad was. He didn't care, as long as he was happy, and he was, all right? Anyway, one day, Mum said, can you please go and get Dad, because we've got to go out. He's at the races, and he might go to the trots, and we've got to go to Nana's house or somewhere we had to go. So me and him, I was about 15 or 16, maybe not 16. He was 8 years old. And we went there, and we looked around, and we couldn't see him anywhere. We saw his car, and he always left the keys in it. He'd had it stolen a few times before. It used to end up at the Oaklands Park drive-ins, and the police used to ring up and he'd come and get it. But this time we saw it, had the keys in, and he said, we'll get Dad's car and we'll hide it, and we'll wait till he comes. So he got in, and he couldn't see properly. He had to stand up like this because it was a HQ station wagon, drove it around, and we parked it around that way, and we stood there, and then we sat in the car and waited. And all the people were coming out the races, and then there's this big loud voice. Effing bastards, took my car. The effing bastards! They took my car! Woo! Woo! And I thought, this is cool, so we beeped the horn and waved, and he didn't care. He was that happy that we were all there, and the car and everything. He was really happy. That's what, he used to drive Ged's car when he was 5 or 6. He stood on his knees, he couldn't see over the dashboard. Always drove it up and down the driveway. And Dad used to teach him how to do it between the glass houses. I'm lucky he's a good driver, otherwise they would have demolished them. Yeah. Okay, on special occasions like birthdays, Dad used to take us to Hungry Jack's because they had birthday vouchers, all the kids did. And Dad used to go up, sometimes he'd go up and order or go for a drive, and he used to have 6 woofers, please. I said, Dad, they're called whoppers. Doesn't matter how many times you told him. He always used to order woofers. And then he'd put one of those silly hats on, like a crown on his head, and eat his woofer. He always did that. Yeah, always. It was so funny, you know. He was. And another occasion, I don't know if all you can probably remember, there was a place called Bullen's Lion Park at Two Wells. It was a free-range place, and you could get in your car and drive in, and went slowly and looked at all the animals. Do you remember that, Paul, or not? You do? You remember? You remember that? Anyway, we're in there. First of all, we rocked up, and there was this big sign. Under no circumstances, do not get out of your vehicle. If you break down, please beep your horn. We will tow you out. Do not have your windows up. Have all your windows up. Do not have your windows down. And we're looking, and there's all lions, and I love animals, all right? And we're looking at these lions. Then Mum says, Stephen! What are you doing? You'll get killed! And the window's down, he's got his arm out like this. Right, like this, his arm. And Dad said, no, it's all right, there's only big pussycats. And I remember that. And she's freaking out. And, you know, that's what my dad was like. It's all right, there's only cats, you know. Even if they're this big and they're... And the people near us, they had one jump on their bonnet. If they did that to Dad, it would have ripped his arm away. So he's very, very lucky. Yeah, very, very lucky man. What else? Yeah, I've been dreading this for years, you know. Dreading that Dad will die. Just dreading it, you know. Every year I thought, oh God, 80, and we had a birthday. And we went to the casino, and Dad was spending $20 at a flick. And this Chinese lady took his place, and he told her to get out the way, because he was sitting there. And she was putting $1,000 down. He had little bits of money, and that was his birthday. And they were playing, what was that thing called? Something where you flick things. What is it? That down in Batgirl or something? I don't know, some funny thing. Well, he spent his bloody birthday money, and I gave him some, and that all went. It was only like a couple $100, but he thoroughly enjoyed it, you know. Yeah. And he didn't go, he got really old, he couldn't go on his walking frame to the races and that, but he liked to watch all those gambling shows on TV, Deal or No Deal, and you could see his eyes and that, and, you know, he was addicted to it, but he loved it, you know. Yeah. No, he had a really good life, and a long life. I won't live to 88, I'm fat and I smoke and I've got diabetes, no way, but he's very, very lucky, that's all I can say. And thank you, the bear, wherever you are. Yeah, thank you very much. And that's all, thanks.
That was one of the funniest things I've heard. That is just wonderful, wonderful. Who'd have thought a bear sleeping on your bed would bring you luck? Amazing.
That's why it's lucky.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why it's so lucky, because yeah, the bear could kill you, and that's why it's lucky. If you've got a bear in your bed and you're still alive, you're pretty much lucky. So there we go. So that solves the mystery why I've been away for a month, and yeah, I just need some time away, just sort out things, and yeah, I'll be doing some videos soon, and we'll get back into it, and hopefully do some good videos in the future. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you later. Cheers.